Hello there, Hoop Group family. I'm Eve with the baby's booty. And tonight will probably be, well, I was thinking about not coming on tonight, but then I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll come on for an hour. But now when I'm sitting here thinking about it, and y'all know I love to run my mouth, so it'll probably be the 2 hours. But it's been a long weekend, and so just trying to figure out, I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I have no clue. I got a couple of ideas of some stuff to do, and I may let y'all vote on which route we go, but it's been that kind of weekend. Deborah Browning, thank you so much for being a new member. Hi, yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much. I started to reach out to y'all in the Facebook group and be like, look, pray for helpful because I'm struggling. But I didn't, because sometimes when you put up a message about stuff, it can be taken all kind of which ways. So I wanted to make sure that when I came on tonight, if I felt up to it, I would talk about it. But I kind of don't feel up to talk about it, even though I done already said something. So I am going to talk about it, but it's no worries. It's nothing major, possibly. So we have a couple of things we can do tonight. Many of you guys know, well, first of all, we could bling. And I put bling in the title. So what we could do is cut out a rhinestone template and bling it. I absolutely love the templates, the set that Rhinestone Mechanic has on his website this week for us. They're very, I love them. And a matter of fact, I'm actually, you know what? Let's do that. We'll cut out that set and we'll do that. But I also like the one that Patrice posted this weekend. I love that template. So I would like to do that as well. But what I could do, I'm trying to think, do I have those shirts up here? Or totes? I got those totes, I think those totes are up here. If I have those totes up here, then we'll do the Rhinestone Mechanics set. And then do that instead. What did I do with them? Yeah, I have stuff everywhere. My life has been all over the place lately, and it's like it's with each passing day it gets worse. And trying to make sure that I have everything together has been a challenge. I do not see those totes. I had a box of totes right there, but they could be right here. So if they are, I'll take a look and see. What is this? This might be it right here. But hopefully y'all are doing good. And hopefully your last few days have been amazing. Because I need somebody's, what is this? I need somebody to do good. Yeah, I got totes still right here. So I just knocked the whole ton of crap off into the floor. So I got the totes. So let's go ahead and go and do the designs for Dennis, and then we can do a giveaway because giveaways are fun, right? So let's go down. But at any rate, hopefully y'all are doing good. Hopefully you have had a great week. What was your favorite project that you worked on this week? What did you work on this week and you was like, yes, I got this done and this is awesome? Let us know in the chat because I would love to know. And also if you're new, say I'm new so that we can welcome you into the group. But let's go ahead and say hi to some of the folks that are here. Letitia Mathis is a member for 34 months. Yes, honey. Yes, thank you so very much, ma'am, being here for 34 months. And also, y'all, my head is hurting. So if I'm just like stumbling over words and stuff, that's why I got a headache. Kelly Wyan. Hey, Kelly, how are you? So crafty, welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Precious Pieces, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Why do I look dark? I feel like I'm dark. I'm like, okay, all those lights are on. I don't know. Anyway, hey Dempsey, how are you? Welcome. Hey, Danny, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Miss 143, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member and for being here. Hey, Sharon Davenport, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Mr. McQuackins just left. He went to Cookout to get something to eat. And if you have never heard of Cookout before, whenever you come to this side of the country, North Carolina especially, I think there may be, yeah, there's a couple in South Carolina. I don't know if Cookout is anywhere else, but bam, Cookout is where it's at. So definitely check out Cookout. So he's going to Cookout. Hey, Miss Gail Designs, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Miss Evelyn Warner, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so very much. Teresa Sister Heart Crafting Things, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Patrice, I don't see your name up here yet, but thank you so very much for sending folks over here. I enjoyed your show until my crazy daughter showed up. And it's just like, it's like she comes on Sundays. Whenever she does come, a lot of times it's on Sundays. And it's usually right before I go live. And it's like, bruh. But it's okay. I don't get to see her too often. But I did miss out on the last like 30 minutes, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay. Miss JB, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Hey, Making with Marilyn, thank you for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Appreciate you, my love. Karen D, hey Karen, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Hi Shay Shay, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate seeing you and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Hey, Kristen, welcome. Thank you for being here as well. Knick Knack Nurse, hey neighbor, welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate seeing you. Renee Meyer, welcome. Thank you for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Greg Barker, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I got a Bling Yo shirt too, but that's for me. That's not for anybody else. Diane Wilson and Denise Lewis, welcome. Thank you for being here. Dennis is here. Thank you, Dennis, for the cool designs this week. I appreciate it. Daisy Bethay, welcome. Diane Wilson, welcome. Thank you for being here. And now I see Patrice Boo. Shamika H, welcome. Thank you for being here. Baby Giant Services LLC, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Lisa, MBA Creative Design, welcome. And thank you for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we have. Michelle versus Kales, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Deborah Browning, welcome. Porgy Town, been a member for 17 months. Yes, honey. Yes, thank you, Porgy Town. We appreciate it. Louise Turner, hey, honey, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's see, Unbiased LLC, hey, honey, welcome. Thank you for being here. Monique Johnson, ED, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you. Smurf Creations, thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you as well. Retired Crafter 22, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Donzel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Lakeisha McCrae, hey, honey, welcome. Thank you for being here. Martha Jordan, welcome. Thank you for being here. And finally, Tanya, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate seeing you and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. You guys, I'm going to scroll because it's 9:12. I don't want to take too terribly long with whatever project it is that we do today. Hi, Sheila Cushionberry. Let me make sure I don't see any questions, but I do see you all. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out with us this evening. Hey, Mr. F. Smith. Because you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us tonight, and we appreciate having you here. You and Rugie in the house. That's a privilege. Thank you, ma'am. Let's see the scroll, and I don't see any questions. D. Smith, welcome. Vote for the margarita route. Why are we talking about margaritas? I need so cognac. That's what had me rolling. When it was one of those weekends, a simple hangout could be fun too. And we can do a simple hangout. Because you guys technically, I was like this close to not possibly being here this weekend because I did wind up having to go to the hospital Friday, and they were talking about admitting me because I've been having issues with my heart. Oh, you were creating Hotfix Rhinestone templates, Akila. Hey, Akila, welcome. So that's what's been going on, trying to get that under wraps and get my head wrapped around what's, what, how it is when you have something that pops up and then you're like, your bunny rabbit block. That's gonna be cute. Oh, you're new, Akila. Welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us, my love. I appreciate you. Hey, Denisha Mitchell. Hey, Miss Margot. But you know how it is when something pops up, and unfortunately, I've always been one of those people who overthink things. So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with this weekend. Your favorite project was the photos I took under my family's amazing lights. I bet that was pretty. I bet that was absolutely gorgeous. Lisa, welcome. She had her first craft show with my own crafts instead of MLM that I previously multi-level marketing that I previously did. It was fun. Sweet. I'm glad you did that. I bet that was fun. Did you sell much? Oh, Kristen been doing Unbiased LLC's sewing challenge. Yas. Diane said I made 4 peeps for my grandchildren. We'll post tomorrow. Shamika got her AccuQuill. Hi! Yas, honey. AccuQuill in the house. I want to order another thingamabobby with bigger squares, because the one that I have, the biggest square is 4x4. So I want to get one with a bigger square section, like a 6x6 or something like that. Let's see. No, just stalking. Welcome. Hey, Christina. Welcome. We don't mind stalking. We call that in the bushes. When you're in the bushes, um, hanging out in the background. That's what we call it. So, yeah, that's what's up. Hey, Robin's Creations. Welcome, my love. Thank you for coming to hang out and for being a YouTube hookout. I saw hook cookout and my brain was like, cookout. That's sad. Thank you for being a YouTube hoop group member. Precious Pieces got a cookout in Tennessee. Ain't it good? Ain't it good? So some people call it barbecuing. Some people call it cooking out. But the actual restaurant is called Cookout, and y'all, it's fast food. You drive up, they have 2 drive-throughs going at one time. And when I tell you, oh my God, the food is so good. It is so good, y'all. Hey, Tracy Murray. So they have all the stuff that you would have at a cookout, like burgers and hot dogs. And if you're not from the South, you wouldn't know about coleslaw, but we got coleslaw and chili on the hot dogs. And geez, you can pile your hot dog, onions, whatever you want. And oh my God, it's so good. You know what? I want a hot dog. He probably won't give me a hot dog. Oh, it's beef. Let me tell him I want a hot dog. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't, because I really don't want a burger. Let me let him know I want a hot dog, because he's gonna be there in a minute. He's gonna be there in a minute. Let's see. And then what we'll do, I'm scrolling, trying to make sure I don't see any questions. Oh, you've been a member for a while. Some shenanigans was going on with the YouTube, but it's fixed. Okay, that's good. Can you give me a hot dog, please, instead of a burger? I thought you was. Are you on the phone or are you in the car? Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a hot dog instead, please, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, it's beef. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll do a burger then. No worries. Love you. No, I don't want barbecue. I don't want barbecue. So let me go, because I am live. I'm just calling you because I was like, if I don't call him, then I can't get it. So let me talk to you later. Okay, bye. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Husbands. The Gammy Moore member for 12 months. Y'all, honey. Y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. That's been the other thing. Because the now he's just all over this, because it's like, okay, your heart is like the most important thing ever, so you can't have this anymore, you can't have this anymore, you can't have it. I'm like, first of all, fam, whoa back, because we don't even know what's wrong yet. I'm gonna need you to slow your roll, because we ain't gonna just be snatching stuff. And so yeah, it's been, oh God, y'all, it's been crazy. So You guys know, I know Sheila. I started to send you a message, and I was like, I know she real sick of talking to me every time I go to. Y'all, Sheila is my boo thing when we be talking about all kind of stuff, but it's them health things that we absolutely love. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys know because I'm usually not a secretive person with a lot of stuff, and 10 inches is great too. Hey, Amanda. Blinging wine glasses for a class you'll be teaching. Nice. You did good. Daughter's been joining me in crafting, so you did the show together. Couldn't have done it all without learning so much from you and the ladies. Yeah, the ladies are awesome. Hey, Dorica. Awesome. So yeah, that's what's up. Grandbaby birthday. No worries, Faker McFake. Thank you for coming to hang out. So we're gonna bling. I'm gonna pull up my thingy and oh, you love coleslaw, Marlies? Girl. Yeah, Teresa's a sarcastic thing. It's trash food. It's trash food, but it's so good. You making me hungry. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, nice. You finally took the We Create Vista out the box and made 2 40-ounce tumbler full wraps. Thanks for the motivation. Diamond holler, girl. That's what's up, girl. Lynn, no, it didn't. It really didn't. It didn't. And we're going to get into it here in a moment. Let me scroll all the way down. I was trying to read the comments. So how far is the cookout from where we'll be staying? Ooh, not far at all. Not far at all, friend. Not far at all. So yeah, you'll be able to get to it from where we're going to be this year. Nope, no southern food. Now, how you have food with no flavor, no taste? Rice cakes. I ain't get no rice cakes, fam. That's a wrap. All right, let me pull up and share screen. You got me twisted, fam. Ain't gonna be no rice. I can't stand rice cakes, man. Them stupid things. What was I doing? So I was trying to be good. Oh, I definitely actually, you know what? To be blunt, I actually can't have rice cakes because rice is carbs and the rice cakes will spike my sugar. So rice cakes are out anyway. But girl, I tried to do rice cakes. I tried to do rice cakes one time and I was like, what in it was one of the few times that I probably would have used the wrong language that I should not be using because it was disgusting. All right, so let me close this out because I don't need this. Let's go no, close this out. No, close this out because I'm done with that project for the kids. Say no. Why is that still open? Let's go no, and boom. So let me grab these designs. I'm going to show y'all these designs. They are so cute, y'all. Link to the category. Let's do this first. And while I show them to you, I'm going to show you my favorite. I want y'all to guess. You know what? Guess which one is my favorite. I want you to guess which one is my favorite. Hold on. Let me scroll. See. Okay, so this is just this week. Okay, so let's share screen. Can't do rice cakes. I love rice. Girl. Rice cakes black. I needed that. That's funny. Right. So here are the designs this week, and they are super cute, right? So I want y'all to figure, knowing how I am, which one, knowing I'm crazy, which one is the one that's my favorite. But these three are the ones of these four are the ones that we'll cut out now. Oh, Michelle versus Kales, right off the top. Jennifer, Jelena, yeah, it's the I want that so bad. Oh, okay, Sheila, be careful. Be careful. Them stones is just like storms is just like crazy. It's been crazy lately. The storms have been a fool. Okay, so look, this is SS10. 547 to 601. I love these designs, y'all, because look, it's not like a whole ton of rhinestones. So because you get 20 gross in the ice chips, you could easily pound out 2 shirts with one container. But this is 2 different colors, so you actually could do more than that by just doing 2 containers of 2 different colors. But at any rate, This is super cute. These are adorable. I absolutely love the oh no, what did I just do? I absolutely love the, I closed it out like a knucklehead. And the mystery box is cute too. Let's see, let me go back to history. Recently closed. There we go. All right. So anyways, these are the designs. They're super cute. Absolutely love them. So what we'll do is cut these out and then we'll bling them on some tote bags. It shouldn't, I keep saying it shouldn't take long, and I should never say that because we know how that goes. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then for myself, we'll do that. All right. And so definitely check them out. The mystery box is super cute too. Okay. I would show you, but I'm going to let it be a surprise. Okay. So let's do this. And the first thing I'm going to do is unzip these. Oh, if you guys were watching the show with, well, actually it doesn't even matter. FYI, I have been getting some fonts off of Creative Fabrica because I was trying to do some projects with the grandbabies for their boxes, because we had 2 grandbabies Thursday and they spent the night. And so I made each one a little clear shoebox size plastic container, you know, with the lid that you can get from like $1.25 Tree. And I put their name on the top in each one's color that they like. And inside the shoebox, I put their favorite color toothbrush. I put a bottle of lotion, a bottle of body wash. I bought both of them a towel and a rag in their favorite color. So I put their washcloth in the bin. What else did I put in there? I think that's it. But that way, when they come, they have their little container in their colors. They know what their colors are and they can grab their stuff, right? So that's what I was doing. And I was trying to find a good font. But I wanted to show you, you know how, let me move this over so you can see. You know how you get files and they are zipped, and you want to get a font and you want to install the font. I'm gonna give you a quick shortcut, just a super quick shortcut, right? So say for instance, Wildcats. I'm gonna double click on Wildcats. I got this off of Creative Fabrica, and in Wildcats, there's 2 files. One is an OTF file and one is a TTF file. I only do the OTF file because it usually offers more flexibility with the glyphs and the extra things that come with the font, whereas TTF generally, you know, isn't as good. So I do OTF, which OTF I forget who, I think it was Kristen, opened this font, and then the TTF is trash this font usually. So, but anyway, you see it says extract. If you want to install this font, you really don't have to extract it. Just double click on it and it's right there. And all you have to do is just click install and it'll install it. It's already been installed on my computer, so you know I don't have to, but you don't actually have to extract the files. You can just double click on it and it'll install. Just a little quick tip, because it'll take forever to sit there and just extract all them files. All of my font design files are still zipped. I just open the zip file and just double click the font within the zip file and it'll install from there. So just an FYI. But anyway, I was in my folder, saw that and was like, oh yeah, I meant to tell them that. Because I know we want to be streamlined and efficient, and the easiest way to do something, I try to show the easiest way. And a lot of times folks don't know that. They think, you know, a lot of times folks think you have to unzip it, and in the font instance you don't. But with our Rhinestone files, yes, you have to unzip them in order to open them. So let's open the first one. And we're going to merge in, and I'm going to go to downloads, and I'm going to go to Hope, only because it's right there in my face. And I'm gonna grab the Hope Arch SS10. Move this out the way so that I can see. Click OK so that you can see what I'm going to do. Okay. So last week I showed how to layer a design when there are layers, right? I'm sure you remember seeing that. So if you choose to do your designs with layers, two things I want to mention that are good tips. Don't change this just yet until number one, you check and make sure that your bounding boxes are 11 by 9. What do we mean by bounding boxes? We're talking about these boxes, the yellow, and the black kind of technically don't matter, but yellow. So if I click on the yellow, look down here, it says 11 inches wide. And then over here, it says 9 inches, or even up here at the top, it says 11 by 9 in the upper left-hand corner. So now that I know these are 11 by 9, I can delete this. I can delete this. I could delete this box and cut it just like that. If you're fine cutting out your rhinestone designs, and then just cutting the flock, like some people might want to cut just around this right here and kind of like, for lack of better description, fussy cut, which is right around the whole thing. If you like doing that, I'm fine with you doing it. It doesn't bother me. Do you? Okay. And you can delete this box, which I shouldn't have done because I didn't ungroup it. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay, so ungroup it. Then you can delete the box if you want to and leave that. And then you can fussy cut around this all you want. But me, what I generally do is I'll ungroup it, but then I'll make this smaller because I usually don't layer, do my rhinestones in layers like that. So I generally do this. But to be honest, this is what I used to do when I would cut it with Cricut. And then I would save this and then send it to Cricut. But I'm going to show you guys what I actually do. I'm going to close this out. And I know DB the scatter. Yes. And that also saves on the amount of stones that you're using. Instead of filling the whole thing in, it's a really pretty effect. And so it saves a bit on the amount of stones that you're using. Okay. So let's grab this one. Yeah, Jesse likes the box. Yeah, the box is helpful when you want it to be the same. So this is GraphTech Studio 2, which I have a GraphTech cutter. The GraphTech cutter mine is 18 inches. I have the GraphTech CE 7000. And it's very fast in cutting out templates. One of these days I'll get with one of the girls and we'll do a race with the GraphTech. Actually, I'd be curious to see how fast the new Cricut is against the Romeo or Juliet. But the GraphTech, if I'm remembering correctly, is even faster than those two. But this is an industrial cutting machine, meaning this machine was made for cutting nonstop, straight through all day, no questions asked. Whereas all of the other cutter machines that we normally talk about, like your Cricuts, your Juliets, your Silhouettes, stuff like that, those are actually like a home hobbyist machine. Okay, so that's why it's built with a different type of engine that drives it and drives the plotter around to cut all the circles. So that's why it could be faster, right? And it costs a whole heck of a lot more for that very reason. So the not so industrial engine that drives the plotter in the home cutting machines, that's what allows the price to be a bit more affordable for the home market. All right, so let's go up here. Let's grab Hope. Let's scroll up because I don't know why I'm that far down. Ooh, geez, Louise, I'm like way down. All right, what was the first one? First one was Faith up on this list. So I'm going to grab Faith. We're going to click OK. And it's going to bring it in. Hopefully it doesn't crash because sometimes this crashes on me. I don't ever have my designs come in the wrong size over here. So I don't ever check the size of the bounding boxes because usually it's right. Let me change this because this is wrong. I have to change this every time. That's annoying, but no worries. Okay, now this is the other reason why I generally change the bounding box is because Usually, even though this will cut on a Cricut mat without any issues, it'll cut the square. But I just like to be a little bit more fussy cut on this. So I'm going to change the size of this box. All right, and we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna show you how quickly this cuts out. Position shouldn't take very long at all. All right, and so here we go, and I'm going to click up here, and what this does is opens up the cutting view in a completely separate dialog. Here's the little picture of my GravTech. This is what it looks like. Here's all the little settings dealing with my GravTech, which if you aren't used to GravTech, it can be overwhelming for your first time fooling with it. But here is, where's my box? Is my box on there? That box is, this is not right. Hold on, let's cut this out. That's not right, because this is the other one. Where is it at? It was pulling this one up too. And I didn't know I was going to cut that. So let's tell it to cut both. So I'm going to change the height. Right now, I have this set at right at 12 by 12. I usually do mine a little bit smaller because the width is, I can make it bigger, but it's just easier and less stress for me to do it the opposite way. So I'm going to make this 18 inches tall. And now let's fix this one. Let's ungroup it so that I can make this smaller. And that way, what it does is it gives me a weeding box around my flock. And I don't have to weed it and try and cut it out just right and mess around and cut my template or anything crazy like that. So that's why I do a weeding box, me personally. But you can do you, whatever you choose to do. Okay, so now this should cut like it's supposed to. Let's open this back up. I'm gonna bring it back over, and now we see both of them. So here's the one for Faith, and then right up here is the one for there we go. Up here is the one that's the fill in, the scatter. Okay. So now I already have it set. This is the cool thing about the GravTech. I absolutely love. See this right here, where change the size of the box if I'm not going to stack the layer. Yeah, I love changing the size of the box. If it's going to come in at the wrong size, it would be within Cricut, right? Keeps going back to the beginning. Deborah, maybe try refresh or something. Okay, thank you, Dennis. Okay. So right here, see where it says repeat job? If I'm doing, like, say for instance, I want to cut this out or like my beginner's heart templates that I put in my kit, I just tell it to repeat the job 10 times and it'll just cut it all 10 times in a row, back to back to back. I love that. It's absolutely super cool. So that's one of my favorite things about the GravTech. So it's 9:36. I meant to pull up a timer. Oh, I forgot. Let's do a timer. Even though I already said it. Cool timer. All right. So reset. That's wrong thing. Google stopwatch. It's already been like 30 seconds. Stopwatch. All right. So we're off by like 15 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So I told it to go, and it's cutting his template that we just put in there. All right. So meanwhile, while that's cutting, let me let y'all know. So what's been happening for this has nothing to do with this. This is just me telling y'all about the situation and why I wound up at the hospital to begin with. For a few months now, I've been having issues with palpitations, which from what I understand is a normal thing for people who are women, especially who are undergoing the change of life or perimenopause or whatever the heck you want to call the trash that has been going on with the war within my body, right? And so it's been, at one point it's fine. I feel them, they're there. Okay, it's annoying, but there's that. But what has been happening is I would go to bed and I'm laying there asleep and all of a sudden a big, huge, and I'm calling it palpitation, skip a beat, heart palpitation. I don't know what you want to call it. Extra beat. I don't know what the heck it is. But while I'm asleep, it'll happen and it hurts. And it's like really painful because it's a big one and it's really painful, right? And so that went on for a couple of days because it would do it a couple of times throughout the. You good? Oh, you carrying stuff. Here, give me that. Give me that. You ain't got to mix them. I'm not drinking it right now. I just don't need you killing yourself to come in the house, fam. But that's been going on. And it was like, and what's irritating is I was seeing a cardiologist for a completely separate issue. And I had my appointment and I saw the cardiologist, met and had a couple of appointments. This happened after my cardiologist is like, okay, well, from now on, you just make an appointment whenever you need me. We're good. So within a couple of weeks after that appointment, this mess starts to happen. And I did mention to him that there were palpitations there. But I wasn't having the painful ones when I told him about them. And he was like, oh, palpitations are normal. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever. So I didn't put too much stock into it. But what had happened was, like I said, after his appointment, it was painful. Oh, that's the trash. You want me to check and see if that's the right one? Oh, you know it's the right ones? Okay. That's so sweet. I was telling the folks about cookout.
Trash. You want to eat trash, or
yeah, I did want to eat trash.
Just got you out of the hospital.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate you, fam. You can take this because I can do this later. So you don't have to take it right now. You want to peep your head back in and get it, and I'll reach it to you. No? Oh, okay. Smurf. Oh, they're saying hi.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So at any rate, I a couple of weeks after that appointment, like I said, they started coming in, but they were extremely painful in my sleep. And so during this time period, I talked to my internal doctor, my primary care. And I told her, I was like, fam, this sucks. I said, now I know palpitations are normal, but these are painful and it wakes me up. That's how painful they are. Over in the night, I'm sleeping, I'm not doing anything. And all of a sudden it's like these are coming and it's lasting. It's not like boom and then, oh, that's it. Okay. And go back to sleep. No, it's like for a span. Now, of course, I'm knocked out and forced out of sleep. I don't know how long they're lasting because that was a question I was asked I don't know how long they last. And I just know it's long enough to have me awake and tick me off. So anyways, so it's more than one. And so my primary care was like, oh, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll have you put on a heart monitor and you can wear that, And so I was like, okay, that's fine. Because they've been happening fairly regularly. So she scheduled that. She sent in an order for them to do the heart monitor. Yeah, why did it take them a month to get back with me? And one day I happened to think about it after that appointment when she said she was going to call in a request for it. And I was like, they ain't even called me. This is crazy. I was like, they're done. I mean, they've stopped. So what's the point of me even wearing the thing? They're not even doing this anymore. They stopped doing it. So I was like, okay, whatever. when they finally called a month later, it was like, here, come wear this halter monitor. And I was like, so I went and I got it. And it was simple enough because it just sat right there. It's easier than it used to be way back in the day. You had to wear this belt and this whole thing, carry this thing and all the jazz. It was not like that. Now it's just a thing and it sticks to you right here. And that's it. And you got a little cell phone to go with it. And you got to keep that, which I have to do that anyway, because my personal cell phone is a medical device too, because my personal cell phone drives my insulin pump. So I have to have my cell phone with me at all times so that I can get my insulin. Anyways, so I wore that and they were like, you're only gonna wear it for 2-3 days. So I wore it for 2-3 days and sent it back in. And I hadn't heard anything. It's been a couple of weeks since I sent it back in, right? Well, me and my husband and the grandbabies were heading out to the end of Charlotte to go do something. So I came into Charlotte. And while we were riding, y'all, I remember thinking, I don't feel so well. And I didn't know I don't know why I felt that, but I was like, I don't feel so well. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. I could feel the palpitations coming back. But they weren't just like, it was back to back to back to back. It wasn't the painful ones like I was having at night, but I was having palpitations and I could feel them. And I'm like, ugh, and it was starting to make me feel sick. And I wasn't going to say anything to him at first because what I've learned in my little life, which if you get to know me well enough, you'll know I do have, unfortunately, an extensive medical history with a bunch of crazy stuff that shouldn't happen to other people. It happens to me, which is dumb. But anyway, and usually it's stuff like, for instance, I've had arthritis since I was a teenager. I've had fibromyalgia since I was a teenager. Well, I was a teenager. How old am I? I'm 49. I was a teenager. We're talking about 13, 14 years old. How long ago was that? 35 years ago. So back then there was no fibromyalgia. Nobody knew what that was. I mean, there was fibromyalgia because I had it, but nobody knew what that was. And then when I would complain about being in pain, my grandmother, I was like, my back hurts. And she was like, you don't have a back, you have a gristle. So I was always trained to, I was trained from an early age that people were not going to take my pain seriously. Because doctors thought, at one point, doctors thought I was looking for drugs, but like I told them, I don't want medication. I want you to help me stop the pain. If you can help me stop the pain, I don't need medication. So why am I needing to take pills? So that was a thing for a while. But anyway, I'm going off into a deep end. But I wasn't going to say anything to him because I've been to the hospital before with chest pain. As a matter of fact, I'm on medication for angina for chest pain. And they never find anything, even though my EKGs are always like, there was something that happened to you at one point in time, but we don't know when it was. And it's not that big of a deal right now because you're not having it right now. So every 6 months or so, I wound up in the hospital with chest pain. So I wasn't going to say anything. But when I started to feel nauseated in my arm, it started radiating. Oh, shoot. Where we at? 10 minutes and 8 seconds, 10 minutes and 30 seconds to cut out that template. So that was good. So now that we've cut that one, I'll go to the other one and then we'll start it up and I'll work on the story while I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm done with this one. So I'm going to close it out and then I'm going to merge in the next one. So that one was Faith. So let's go to what's next? Faith, Grace. And bring that in. I'm merging this in so that it doesn't change my settings over here. My bounding boxes I know are right, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to ungroup it. Oh, is it already ungrouped? Yep, it's already ungrouped. Nice. So at any rate, but when my arm started hurting, I was like, okay, and I was feeling sick. I wasn't nauseated. I was just feeling sick. Like I didn't feel like I was gonna throw up. I just felt sick. And so I was like, honey, I hate that because we had the grandbabies with us. I was like, I really hate to do this. And I know how it's going to wind up because they ain't going to find nothing and nothing's going to be wrong. But I feel sick and I really want to go to the hospital. We were coming back through Charlotte. And I was like, take me to downtown Charlotte to go to the hospital. But after we talked about it for a while, we were like, okay, we'll go to the one closest to the house. It's easier on us. And, he hoofed it to get me to that particular location. And when I got there, apparently they did catch something on my ECG. Coming from it's ECG, not EKG, or whatever. So, anyways, they did catch something. There was some abnormalities there, and in my blood work, there was some abnormalities. It wasn't like the troponin thingy wasn't significant, but there were other parts that were. I was dehydrated. They did say that, and they. Oh, and the other thing is, it'll just keep cutting. I don't have to tell it to do nothing. It knows where it stopped, and it'll just keep cutting on the roll of flock. That's the other thing I love about this is I have a roll of flock on there, so I can just keep cutting these. But anyways, so they said we will go ahead and the ER doctor lady, she was like, we'll go ahead and keep you because I want to monitor you and make sure ABCXYZ. And I was like, bro, that is not what I expected you to say. I was not prepared for that because my brain was like, they ain't gonna find nothing and I'm just gonna go home. But at least I know that there was nothing, No, they found something. Guessing your CPK was elevated, fam. You know how it is. I'm gonna send you that whole list of stuff. Because one of my thingies was off the chart. The CBC with differential type stuff. So one of them was like off the charts. Like everything was in the red, which is I think why they said dehydrated. My red blood cells off the charts. My blah blah, all in that red blood cell thing list, all of that was off the charts. So, anyways, long story short, she said, okay, so she said, this is why I want to keep you. Hopefully you're okay with that, because I was looking shocked. And I really didn't want to stay, but I'm like, I trust your judgment because if somebody finally is finding something. And so she left. And she was like, we're going to go get a room ready for you. I said, call my mom, call my dad. Hey, look, this is going down. I'm not sure what's what, but this is going down. And then old buddy comes in the room. He's the head doctor. And he's like, I don't think you need to stay. Number one is Friday. He said over the weekend, it's hard to get certain resources over the weekend. Because as you know, a lot of doctor offices and stuff like that is closed. He also mentioned he knows my cardiologist, and he was like, I don't want to. In other words, I don't want to overstep him because you're his patient. I think you need to see him, and I think he would be better to help you right now because I can't order a monitor for you over the weekend. He said, I don't think an EKG is going to show me anything other than what I'm already seeing. Blah, blah. In other words, he overruled her and he was like, yeah, no, you're not staying here. I don't think I can help you. So he sent me home. But he did put me on a new medication that's supposed to regulate my heartbeat. So I was like, okay, fine. And when the lady came in to discharge me, she was like, well, you need to take this in the morning, get your prescription and take it in the morning. Said, okay, fine. So Saturday, I got the prescription, took the prescription. Y'all, Saturday night, as a matter of fact, all day after taking that medicine, I was feeling sick. Not sick. I didn't feel right. And then across my stomach was hurting. More palpitations all day Saturday after taking the medicine. It did not help that at all. But I was like, okay, I got to give it time to get my system. Nothing's going to happen overnight like that. I mean, right away like that. But overnight, I was being awakened again by the painful ones that I was having a couple of months ago. So those are back or came back. And so it's like, okay, you know what? I'm over it. So when I called Friday before we left the hospital, I called my cardiologist's office And they were like, yeah, we can see you April 15th. And I'm like, I don't think April 15th is going to work because they're wanting me to see somebody now to get seen. And she said, well, I can get you with this other doctor, PA in the office. It's not your doctor and it's not your doctor's PA, but it's another one and it's in the same practice. And she was like, we can see you Tuesday. So I go Tuesday. But y'all, it's been crazy. It's been crazy and I'm over it. Because I don't know. And Kristen, that was the other thing. Being at home, I did feel better. Beta blocker. I don't know what it is. I have to tell you the name because I really don't know. All I know is it did not help nothing. Karen D, yes, I did, and I was aware that nothing really, because he was like, I don't think a stress test will do anything. He said because these episodes are happening not while you're doing something and you're not exercising and you're not stressed, you're asleep. He said, so this is telling me this is not that type of a situation. So a stress test probably will be inconclusive or not really show me anything. It's like, you know what, you're right. I couldn't argue. I couldn't argue with what all he was saying. I really couldn't. Um, so I'm not mad at not being admitted. I'm not, because I am glad to be at home, but I'm tired because I was kept up all night with these stupid, painful palpitations. I got a headache because whenever, even today, I've been having them, not the painful ones I get at night, but I've been having them today. And it could be because I'm laying down now that I think about it, because it could be the same ones, but just laying down makes them worse. Um, but I've been having them all day and it hurts up into my neck. And so what's happening is it's hurting and I can feel it shooting and it's been causing the headache. So I've had a headache all day today. I've been drinking electrolyte stuff. I've been drinking more water because of being dehydrated. My potassium was not low, but it was on the border of being low. I know I'm giving a whole lot of HIPAA type stuff, but I really don't care, because we're all humans, we're all people. And what I found is by sharing my story with you guys, a lot of times I found out that some of y'all have the same issues or have had the same issues and can relate and can say, you know what, have you thought about this or has your doctor tried that or da 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 da. That's Sheila, my dog. Sheila, my dog. Because we have a lot of the same stuff. Sleep in an elevator, that hurts my head, but I will definitely try it, Mylene, because I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I know I can share my own information, but I know sometimes people are like, you gave them to you saying, oh, you telling these people your stuff. Yeah, because I don't care. What y'all gonna do with my information? Nothing. Other than let me know, girl. You know? And that's the other thing, Teresa, helping other people. Maybe somebody else out there is going through the same thing. And I'm gonna pray for you too if you are, because when I tell you I don't like it, oh, I hate that feeling. It feels like my heart is coming up out my chest. I don't like that. They sell a portable EKG. I know, I saw it and I thought about getting it, Sheila, but then I was like, am I doing team too much? Since starting on the new medication, have you been monitoring your heart rate? Not my heart rate. Mm-mm. But I've been, girl, y'all, my blood pressure was like 193 over, I don't even remember, y'all. In the hospital, my blood pressure was high, 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 high. Sean, at one point, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea years ago. This is the other thing frustrating about me, y'all. You know what? Listen. This is the other thing aggravating about me. Why I said weird stuff happened to me. Years and years and years ago, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. CPAP the whole nine. Had it for years. I don't even know why they repeated the sleep test. Now all of a sudden I don't have sleep apnea. I'm like, how I have it for years and now I don't. Now I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue. Praise God, because that's one less thing I got to do. But I did love the CPAP machine. I felt better. Whatever. Second doctor, he wasn't feeling it. I didn't like him anyway. But anyway, years and years and years and years ago, I had a bone joint doctor. He diagnosed fibromyalgia, which I already knew I had it. He didn't even have to tell me I knew I had that. He tried to say lupus, but that they ruled that out after with the blood test and some other stuff. But he said rheumatoid arthritis, right? All these years now. I'm talking about when my baby boy, he's 20, he'll be 25 this year. This is when he was little, like 2, 3 years old. I was diagnosed with this stuff. Rheumatoid arthritis. They were going to put me on infusions because my back was killing me so bad and some other stuff. I didn't want to do the infusions because that scared me. Just to hear the word infusions was scary. So I didn't do it. But fast forward, seeing a new rheumatologist because my new primary care doctor referred me to one. And she's like, oh, you don't have rheumatoid arthritis. This is just osteoarthritis. What? How you going to tell me what my doctor said all these years ago and now you telling me it's not because your little raggedy blood? You know what? I don't even. So this is the type of stuff that I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to fight everybody because too much is changing and too much is changing. I don't like getting old. Too much is changing. Too much. Low potassium is causing me to have palpitations, sharp pain, and bad reaction to the medication. Amlodipine causes chest pains. Very familiar with amlodipine. I have never been on it. Oh, he was outside again? Honey. Okay, he went outside again. Evelyn, I can't tell you how many times I've been through doctors. It's ridiculous. So yeah, vascular headaches. Sitting in the tub, let the hot water run on your shoulders as hot as you can take it will help with your headaches. I will try that, Dee. At this point, I'm trying to do everything. My mother's currently in the hospital with fluid on her heart. Oh no! Richmond Beach, the situation has been quite stressful, and I can relate, girl. Then I get a phone call. My cousin's father passed away out the blue. It's been a tough weekend, y'all. It's been a tough weekend. Been facing mortality and everything else at this point. So, yeah. Because nobody knew. He was sick. He was fine. He was at work. He was chilling. Oh my God. And then his uncle passed away. Not this weekend, but it was Thursday or Friday. One of his uncles passed away. His uncle-in-law. But still, y'all, it's been a whole crazy weekend. It really is. Virginia Beach. I need to go to Virginia Beach. Shoot. I'm sorry to hear that, Diane. I pray that things I pray they can get that fluid off of her. Because I know that fluid ain't no joke. Sounds like you haven't runs a VTAC or runs an AFib. Well, they ruled out AFib. They ruled out AFib, which is crazy because my husband was diagnosed with AFib years and years and years ago, only to find out it's not AFib, it's Wolff Parkinson White, which is rare. But anyway, elevated blood pressure will also cause heart palpitations. Well, it's been high. My pressure has been high, like stupid high, for a while now. And that's not good. I know that's not good. So yeah, my husband uses his portable EKG every day. Miss JB, I might have to get one. Could be an infection. Could be, because, well, I don't know what my white blood cells were, but I know them red blood cells was off the chart. Dennis, somebody was waiting on somebody to steal my identity and pay these bills. Right. Right. Thank you, Sheila. It's a battle because not one thing may work for you, but may work for others. Trial and error, and I'm over it. Sleeping elevated on your left side, right side, left side. Patricia, do I even need to tell you about my left side? my favorite side to sleep on. Do I even need to go into that? And why my shoulder and my elbow on that side has recently, I can't even reach up to get something off the shelf anymore with this arm. And I don't even know what that's all about. Where that come from? Ain't like I'm out here playing baseball or something. Like, what in the whole heck is going on here? And that's my favorite side to sleep on. And I think that's something I might have done to irritate it by sleeping on that side the way that I do. But anyways, yeah, it's been crazy. My health has always been an issue. Well, not always been an issue. It's been an issue from my teenage years on up. And it's not anything happened to me with a GI. I believe I went in the ER on Friday. Blood work came back and my levels were still good, but I had to promise to see my GI. I was in surgery the next day. Whoa, Miss Gail, yikes. That's crazy. And then it was crazy. I'm doing a lot of stressing. I am, Smurfs. I am. A lot of cardiac issues can show up as girl. And so I was, no, well, I don't even want to get into that. See, I'm having a palpitation right now. Well, you can't see it, but I'm having one right now. And it hurts. Fibro, this happened to me this summer. I found out this past December you have lupus. Oh no, Lakeisha. That lupus is a fool. You hear me? Cardiac cath to check for blockage. No, I've never had a cardiac cath. A mitral valve tricuspid regurgitation, which can cause palpitations. So I remember somebody saying that years ago too, that I had a slight mitral valve prolapse. And now all of a sudden it's not there anymore. I'm trying to figure how folks in the past is seeing stuff, but now folks now ain't seeing stuff. I don't understand. I really don't. And it's annoying. Thank you, Marlies. I do boil vinegar and water to steam under a towel for my headache. Girl, thank y'all for the prayers, because Lord knows I need it. They told me I had fibromyalgia for years and fast forwarded psoriatic arthritis, and the infusions really helped me. It's crazy the things that happen as we age. Girl, his cousin was skiing and broke his leg for surgery since Saturday. Got her. See, that's why you won't find this helper on nobody's skis. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm too old. Anyway, let's not go into that. That was happening to my daughter, and they said it was stress and anxiety. And I, if it wasn't while I was asleep, I would say yes. If it wasn't while I was asleep, I would say yes, totally, because I stress all the time. I just do. That's the way I've always been. I always stress. I stress about stuff that don't even have anything to do with me. I stress about it because I care about people too much, and so I'll stress about other people. But yeah, thank you, Marlies. Peppermint essential oil, Naomi. That's what Unbiased told me to get, was some peppermint oil. Block arteries, no, Smurf, they have not, that I'm aware of. Reaching with a high right arm. Evelyn, I'm just side sleep pillow to help with that. So I heard that there's something like that. I need to find into it. Infleximab, okay. Heated blanket. Girl, I sleep in a heated, so under me, my blanket is heated every single night to help with my fibromyalgia. That heat is like my best friend. So I love the heat. But that ain't got nothing to do with this inner ear infection. Huh. Because my ear was killing me the other day. And I washed both my ears out, actually. And this one was hurting so bad. Turmeric. Ooh, I may do that. My son was trying to tell me to take turmeric. Stop sleeping on my left side because my shoulder beginning to hurt. My left side is my favorite. See, it's not just me. Hey, Delana, it's not just me. Praying for all of us, right, Faith? Look, that's what we finna do. We finna pray with everybody, and we finna make these shirts that say something about praying, because that's what we need. Hey, Charnette. Thank you, Amanda. Medicine has advanced. I needed to just, Denise, that's the thing. If they don't catch it, that's what I was telling the ER doctor. That's why I was like, this is pissing me off, because I know for a fact it has to be caught, and you cannot catch it. Nobody has been able to really catch them. when they're bad. Actually, they ain't really been, but come to find out, remember I told y'all I had the heart monitor on, right? That was weird. Remember I told y'all I had the heart monitor on. That's something else. Anyway, um, and I just got the results back from the heart monitor while I was in the ER, which is good. I'm not going to complain and I'm not going to be mad, because the doctor that overruled the other doctor, he was like, no, they did find something. I do see they did see something on the heart monitor. So yes, there is an issue there. He said, I can't read all of what the details are, but your cardiologist will be able to do that for you. You need to go see him. So the heart monitor did catch something, but I know it didn't catch those painful ones, because the painful ones was only happening before they put me on the heart monitor. So yeah, blood pressure may be high because of the pain. It could be. You can still be stressing while you're sleeping. Oh my God, I hope not. My mind does race all the time, but I hope not. This help either. Right. I was on cross country skis since at the age of 12. Kristen, that's good for you. I'm not trying it because I know the way me and my feet work. I ain't trying to hit nobody's ground if at all I can help it. They kept asking me that. Do they ever mention what you should? No. DB, no. They have not talked to me about my diet, even though I do know high salt, high fried foods, high this and high that, because I'm already having to do lower sugar and lower carbs. So I do know that that's an issue as well, but I don't usually abuse certain things. But the one thing I do not abuse, but the one thing I absolutely love is my sausage and my little mush for breakfast. So I know that's an issue, and it will be an issue, but yeah. I don't do it every morning, but I do it a lot. In 93, my bunkmate had pain when she worked out. It took them years before they found out it was fibromyalgia. Girl, that fibromyalgia thing, they were like, we don't know. You're not, it's in your head. Da, da, da. Why would I lie about a pain? Come on, who wants to be in pain? Please make it make sense. Please make this make sense to me. They be killing me with that. People talk about, oh, you're right. No, fam, that's ignorant. Nobody wants to be known in the morning, but do you think need it? Dee, I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but I like y'all. Y'all my folks. Magnesium oil for headaches and migraines that work fast. I will try that. Thank you, Dempsey Boo. Hey AJ. Oh, hey AJ. Big hugs, homie. Big hugs. Heated mattress. Yeah. My husband had this happening for years. They finally caught it and was able to do the surgery to fix it. I wore a house monitor for 2 weeks. Never had a spell. As soon as Sheila, don't get me started on that. My brother was having issues with dizziness and all kinds of things about how it was inner ear. Once that was dealt with, he hasn't had any problems. Okay. I'll have them check that too. I will definitely have them check, because I don't want it to be my heart. But I do know I can tell because it's with the beat, it's not anything else with that. But turmeric and tea tree soap. Both with turmeric and tea tree soap. What my baby sending me? Turmeric really works. Okay. The painful ones could be related to a possible blockage. Not saying you have one, but it's best. Yeah, I'm gonna have him. He gonna have to check everything because I'm over it. I'm over it, y'all. I'm over it. Hubby says if you have an apple. I don't have an apple. I don't. Baby Time Service, I think I know what you're saying. Where is your message at the first? Because I missed it. Okay, so I have, let me back up. I have an Apple phone. I don't use it because it's for the grandbabies when they call and FaceTime. That's the only reason I got that phone. Honestly, to be quite blunt. So when they call, I can FaceTime with them. Because I kept missing their calls because I have an iPad that I don't use. And they would call that. But anyway, so my son yesterday, he was like, I'm going to give you my watch because my watch can do blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, but this watch, the Samsung watch, is supposed to be able to do EKG and stuff like that too. One time I did go to the ER because my watch said it caught me in AFib. I wasn't feeling well then either. But the doctor kind of like acknowledged the watch but dismissed it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't even care anymore at this point. This can check my blood. The Samsung watch can too. I have a tolerance for pain, level 20 to blow me off because my BP is not elevated. Yeah, I got a high tolerance for pain too. Naturopathic doctor. I went and she was able to give me a provide to use my primary care that they don't use a check for. Okay, Marlies. Stress is not good. Stop stressing about other people. I know. But that's really hard for me, Susan. Extremely hard for me. Magnesium oil is the truth for pain. Okay, I'll try magnesium oil. My son, the one that told me he was the one to give me his Apple Watch. He's all about all of that natural stuff, and I'm like, dude, when did you become a hippie? Okay, I didn't raise you hippie. When did you become hippie? But he knows all of the things and stuff. So, okay, y'all. Sorry. You got a new brother SE2000 embroidery inside machine. Just crafts. I was gonna do an embroidery project tonight. I hate I didn't because that would have been fun to do with you. Congratulations. Holla. Y'all, honey. Yes. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you very much. I just need answers. You tell me what's wrong, we can fix it. I'm good. I don't want to take this medicine. You don't do pharma? I understand, Miss Gail. So I'm doing both. So I take Shasandra. The Shasandra helps keep my mind from going places it don't need to go, and it helps keep me motivated. I love Shasandra for that. My son just started me on ginkgo biloba, I think, and hopefully I'm saying that right. He started me on that for focus and mental acuity. That actually works. I was like, bruh, okay. I'm remembering to finish certain things. Remembering to call. Remember, it's not perfect because I probably need to take 2 pills instead of 1, but it's there. I do see an improvement. So I do take those 2. I used to take vitamin potassium and vitamin D, but I stopped though, and vitamin K. You sent me something. I know, fam. I'm sorry. What did you send me? Cardio portable EKG. Check daily and keep a record detective, Miss JB. Cardio portable EKG. Let me see. Cardia. KARDIA. And then I'm gonna look at the one you sent me. Yeah, I saw this one. I saw it. I did see that one, Miss JB. Because that's if I'm looking at that right, you put your hands on it, you put it on your knee or something like that. And I was like, that's interesting. Money moves, stress and sleep. No, you did not send me this, Monica. Don't be in the bushes sending me stuff. Okay, I'll read it, baby cakes. Because that's the other problem. Because I'm type 1 now, because I'm type 1, that's going to cause problems too, y'all. Go me. So, yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff. Benefits of turmeric. I take Adderall for focus. Yeah, no, I can't fool no Adderall. Yes, it does. I used to use that. I use B12 for focus and energy. Okay. An embroidery machine is on my wish list, but I won't learn even more after watching Patrice and Delana make the name tags. The name tags were super cute. Okay, and they were super cute. All right, y'all. So I did Grace. Let me take this down because we're just talking and I'm cutting out templates and not showing anything cool. And I'm almost at 30 minutes. So, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it through, but I did have a nap before I came on because y'all, okay. So then my mom is like, you need to get out and get some sun. What's your vitamin D like? You need to get out and get some sun. You're right, mama. I do. Because I ain't been out really in the sun because I have been not feeling well, having one now. And she suggested I get out. So my husband was like earlier today trying to get me to go to the park and walk, but I was tired. I knew I was tired because I didn't sleep well because stupid things kept waking me up. And so I was kind of resisting going to the park and didn't go, but he With my mom, I was like, well, my mom said she feel like I need to get out and walk around my house or something like that outside and get some sun. He said, well, come on, let's go to the park. So we went to the park. Y'all, why was it a hiking type park? He tried to kill me, y'all. But it was beautiful. We went to what's called Kings Mountain State Park. It's not very about 15 minutes from here, and it was beautiful. We sat in the sun. We had a little picnic, so to speak. We took some food, ate it at a picnic table, in other words. And we walked, did a little bit of walking. Why is this not working? We did a little bit of walking. Oh no, where y'all at? Oh, there y'all are. 79 at Best Buy. Okay, thank you, Miss JB. Your super tiny bonus granddaughter has cholesterol over 3. So some people have a genetic disposition to high cholesterol. My son's siblings has the same issue. My stepson's siblings, they have the exact same thing. Detox. Diffusing lavender and peppermint helps you. I cannot do lavender because of my allergy to certain scents. Lavender will trigger a migraine, but we can try peppermint. But yeah, Sheila, his siblings have high cholesterol like that. It's crazy to me because I'm like, ain't cholesterol for old people because I got cholesterol. But no, they're like since 5, 6, 7 years old had high cholesterol. And that's not eating fast foods and stuff like that. It's crazy to me. All right, y'all, let's switch over to the cutting table and we will bling something. Okay, we're gonna bling something at this point because I need to bling something at this point. All right. Oh, but yeah, that thing with my shoulder, yeah, it's always something. And I'm trying not to be that type person where it's always something, but it's always something. Look. I'm excited. I want to make a bowl cozy and I want to make oven mitts. So that's why I bought that. Because Designs by Juju has an oven mitt thing. So that's what I want to do. Where my scissors at? Because I'm not going to try to cut that like that. Let's see. Marlene, I am fam because I can't stand this. Okay. I can deal with a lot. I can deal with pain. I'm not a wuss when it comes to pain. Like, I can take the pain. Because, like, that nut that's in here now is Tokyo. That heifer was no pain medicine when I had that heifer. Like, straight childbirth. No, nothing. I could take some pain. But don't wake me up out my sleep. Don't wake me up out my sleep. Okay, that's fight. That's get beat down. That's don't. Me and my sleep, we friends. When I do decide to sleep, we friends. We homies. Don't wake me up out my sleep. I can't. Ooh, child, I'd be so mad. So when this mess wakes me up and it's like, bruh, I was sleeping good. What are you saying right now? Yeah. I was sleeping good. And like, boom. Like the heck? All right. So there's Faith. So let's get Faith put on a dooflachi. And once we get Faith on a dooflachi, we'll bling it. Here's the dooflachi right here. Oh, them the scissors I was looking for right there. There's that. This. So no, I won't answer because I'm tired of getting woke up. I don't like that. But this fit. Yes. Woo! It fit. So I can put faith on one side, hope on one side. Okay. You also can do this template in one color too, in my opinion. So there's that. Let me grab one thing. Uh-oh. Not pink for the Shay Shay. Shay Shay color. Y'all gonna have to fight Shay Shay over this bag. Just gonna say faith. All right. So get your boxing gloves on because it's coming. Brenda shoot. Yeah. When you get your cutting machine to the right setting, you don't have to worry about not peeling. I don't care what cutting machine it is. It can be and I don't care what, to a certain degree, I don't care what flock it is either. If you get your cutting machine fine tuned into the right setting, you won't have issues with stuff peeling. But the thing is, as you use your machines, your blades go dull. So at some point you'll have to replace blades, and when you replace your blade, you got to get your settings all over again. It's like a whole circus back and forth. Because the settings you were using before don't work now, and then you gotta get it just so. But yeah, I love my GravTech. I usually don't have issues, but when my another factor, which I'm gonna save this, but I showed it on a live one time before. My cutting mat on the GravTech is different from a typical cutting mat. But if your cutting mat isn't good, if it's dirty and gunky, then your cut is not going to be good that way either. That'll cause stones to be left behind too. So you got to check your cutting mat, which on some machines like my GravTech, the cutting mat is actually the cutting strip. So if you're cutting your flock and your vinyl and your stuff like that without a mat, well, the little rubber strip that goes across the front of the cutting machine is your cutting mat. So, like on the Romeo and the Juliet, there's a little plastic strip that's kind of rubbery feeling, just a slight rubbery feeling that goes all the way across. Where, if you look on any cutting machine, where that blade comes down, like don't have a cutting mat or anything, don't have anything on the machine, and look at where your blade comes down. Under that blade, all the way across, there's a strip that it uses to help, keep your stuff. I don't know. I don't even know how to word that, but it has a strip there to help you with your cutting. If that's all cut up and stuff, because like say for instance, your flock went sideways and there was nothing there when the machine came down to cut, it'll cut in that strip. That will cause you problems with cutting your flock from there on, because it's cutting over the top of a raggedy piece of that cutting strip. So as the way I learned that is because I would see in the GravTech forums and they were like, you need to change your cutting strip. And I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with it. But even on my silhouette, when I put my stickers on my silhouette to cut on my cutting mat, and I use a mat with my silhouette, when I put the stickers, I get a brand new mat and start cutting out my labels for my boxes. They cut perfectly fine. Everything's great. Every last one of them stickers peel perfectly. I don't have any issues. Well, over time, your mat gets grimy, right? And so in spots where there may be some dust or pieces of paper or something like that stuck to the mat, that's one spot All the other labels cut perfectly fine like they used to, but that one spot, the label will always have a little piece of the label still stuck to the other part. So when you go to try to peel the sticker, it won't come off clean because that one part right there, there was a dust or something was up under it and it messed up the cut and the cut wasn't clean. So there's a lot of variables that are there whenever you're not getting a clean cut, whether it be your flock, whether it be your vinyl, whether it be whatever you're cutting. So you have to pay that some attention when you're cutting things with your machine. So if you're cutting and 2 weeks ago or a month ago, all the stuff that you were cutting was cutting perfect, and now all of a sudden your stuff is not cutting as good as it was, check your cutting mat, check your cutting strip, check your blade. All of those things play a role. Just like with an embroidery machine, if you're embroidering just fine and now all of a sudden it ain't embroidering right no more, you're having issues. What changed recently? Did your needle break? If your needle broke, then and you had to replace the needle and now it ain't stitching right, it could be that the needle hit the and now there's a nick under there that's causing the thread to catch, and so that's why you're getting bird nesting all of a sudden when you wasn't getting it before. So you just need to change your bobbin case. Or you were stitching out your projects, everything was great and going good, but now they're not stitching out great. Well, maybe it's time to change your needle. Your needle could be dull, or your needle could have a burr on it or something now. You were stitching just fine and you change color threads and now all of a sudden it ain't stitching right. Your machine might not like that kind of thread because not all machines work with all types of thread. So when you have to do troubleshooting, it's something to keep in mind, to pay attention to what was going on before. If you were working just fine with the equipment before and now all of a sudden the equipment ain't working, it it very well could be something super simple. It may not be the machine. It just could be something that goes with the machine that's causing that problem. So just some things to keep in mind as we navigate through this thing called life, crafting life, and you want to get stuff together. Yes, the cutting strips do need to be mine, especially because I go through some cutting strips. Thank God they come two in a box. I usually buy 2 or 3 boxes at a time because I go through them. Because mine, I'm bad about. You remember I was showing y'all how I can cut multiples back to back to back. Well, if I do too many, sometimes the weight on the parts that has already cut weighs too much on it, and it'll make the flock go askew, and it'll cause it to cut the dang on strip thing and make me mad. Man, getting on my nerves. All right, so there's the face part. And this is new tape, AJ. We ain't got to worry about me not picking up these stones because this tape is new. Holler. All right. Now, one thing I don't like is me sticking it to the side. I try to cut it about the same. That's the other thing with me cutting it so close. It doesn't give extra flock for the tape to stick to stop it from popping like that from off of the cutting mat. And so what'll happen is if I let it keep popping like that, it'll pop and fling off my darn rhinestones. So you got to be careful with that. How try not to let it pop like I'm doing right now. So don't fling off your stuff. But if your tape is new, usually it doesn't fling as easily as it does when the tape is used. So just an FYI. Is that the right side? I don't know. We're going to put it on this side. I don't know. It was the wrong side. So it'll be all right. All right. So there's the face. So now let's do this part. And I'm going to choose, this is a pink bag. So what is a color that's right here that I can get a hold of that won't cause me no drama? Pink and ooh, let's do this. I think this would be pretty. I have a neon pink right here. And it looks like it's gonna be just enough to do this space. But I think the neon pink should show up on there. Purchase supplies, hotfixfix.store. The link is in the description, my dear. The link will say Rhinestone supplies, and Hotfix tape and stuff like that. That's in the description. Hotfixfix.store. Also have hotfixfix.com, but I ain't connected it yet, y'all. So since the baby's booty .store is .store, I just left that one .store too. But yeah, y'all, your girl but despite the issues and the stress from health and stuff like that, there's been some other really cool things going on in the background that are positive. Well, I mean, and even this situation, I'm not gonna say is a negative situation because my dad taught me that don't look at stuff as this is a bad experience. No, it's an experience, and you take out of it what you need in order to learn from it and do better. Don't look at it as bad. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Um, I'm just hoping that I can come to a resolution soon because I don't like to get awakened. And I definitely don't want anything to be going on underlying and just ignore it. Especially as a woman, because women, not saying men or any less or anything like that, but men's health, women's bodies undergo a whole heck of a lot more changes than the men's do, especially after children and menopause and blah 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 blah. So, and this darn menopause thing is for the birds. I am not a fan. 100% do not recommend. 1 star. Do not want to come back at all. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. It could be a whole heck of a lot more other stuff going on, but I'm just thankful for the fact that I'm here and I'm able to spend time with y'all. That's why I'm here tonight, because I thought about it. I was gonna take off, but if I took off, then how was I gonna tell y'all about all the cool stuff going on with Bling Fest coming up? Because I'm excited about that. That's not a stressful thing. That's excitement because y'all, ooh, I'm so excited about Bling Fest. So we got a lot coming down the pipes on that. We got a dinner concert scheduled as long as everything goes well and the Luther substitute don't get sick or anything like that. We got somebody scheduled. And when I tell y'all, if Luther could be here himself, it would sound the same. And that's just pretty much the way I'm going to go with that. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about our location. I'm excited about how awesome these folks is treating us and looking out for us and giving us more leeway that we did not have before. And all of the above, y'all. Just I'm so excited. And I'm excited to see y'all again. Those that come, I'm just beside. Oh, and we got a special guest coming that has never been there before. And Got another new element coming to the Bling Fest. So yeah, there's a lot that I'm looking forward to with y'all with Bling Fest. And then once things come together for Applique Getaway, I'm excited about that too, because I loved Texas. Texas was fun. Did not necessarily love the drive, so we may not necessarily drive this time. I don't know. We ain't concreted that yet. But so I'm excited about Dallas. I'm excited about a lot of stuff coming up. So, but Bling Fest is going to be fun. If you're unfamiliar with Bling Fest is basically a small rhinestone festival party it's a small rhinestone. It's a rhinestone party, and actually it's not small. It's pretty dang big. We have a rhinestone party once a year, and part of the party, we have a dinner the night before. That is, you come, you sit down and eat, and you're served. The menu is just ridiculous this year. I'm so excited about the menu. It sounds so good. Look at that. Holler. Yas, honey. Yas, that's that new tape. I might only get one bag. What time is it? 10:40? I might get two because it's already cut out. All right. So let's pre-press the bag. And then we'll put this faith on there and try to include items like cinnamon and peanut butter. Ooh, girl, I love some peanut butter. These items will help you. Okay. Definitely love peanut butter. You ain't got to tell me twice on peanut butter. Due to fibroids, had to have partial hysterectomy 6 years. Yeah, I have. I burnt my barn down too. How do you do that? Do what? Neon pink and icy crystal AB. Tape for shipping out. This tape, this is a good tape, girl. Okay, I need y'all to see this. Look. See how that bag is wrinkled? Don't pay attention to the chicken nugget. You see how that bag is wrinkled right there? That's moisture. That's moisture trying to get out of this bag. So I'm going to press it again. That's where the moisture wafted up from the heat press and caused that wavy. Question: the files listed under the mystery box for sale for the week, are those the options that may also be in the mystery box? Not sure what you're asking, but the files in the mystery box are different from the other files. The files in the mystery box are different from the other files. They're different. Completely different files than the weekly. Yes. Bling Fest Will Allen is at the babiesbooty.store. Put the transfer tape over the first step. I just take my time and line it up. I'll show you with the second one. It's at the babiesbooty.store. We put it on the babiesbooty.store so that you could use Klarna if you needed to or whatever. That looks okay. What y'all think? That looks okay. What y'all think of the pink? I think that goes good. Yeah, I think it's pretty. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I think that's cute. We're going to go with it because I done already brushed it. Holler. All right, so 350 degrees for 12 seconds. All right, now I got a blue bag. I'm thinking about doing the same darn template, y'all, because even though I got the other templates are already cut. The templates are already cut. 43. I got time for one more bag. Pure review. Look at that glisten, honey. Oh my God, that glisten gets me every time, y'all. Listen, Linda, listen, Linda, listen. That icy. Some of y'all sleeping on this icy. Some of y'all sleeping on this icy. This icy is ridiculously blingy. It makes no sense how blingy the icy stones are. It makes no sense. Can you use the Cricut Joy Extra as my cutting machine for the file sizes? Brand spanking new. Keisha, you can only use the Cricut Joy Extra for the smaller rhinestone designs. That's the only one you can use the Cricut Joy Extra. So, because you know your Cricut Joy Extra has a size limitation. So if you do have a rhinestone design, like if I'm not mistaken, you could cut this Faith, but you can't cut the Faith and the Matthew because it's too wide for the. Where is my Cricut Joy mat? I don't know what my Cricut Joy mat is. I got it. I just don't know where it is. But you could do Faith, but you can't do. Where did you get beautiful colors? Where did you get? It came with it. This is the whole file. This is the whole. That's why I took pictures from my website family. Yeah, the lights make the stones pop. Yes. That looks like me. It says Faith. Yeah, Faith, it does, girl. But any of the icy colors. Yas, fam. I just clicked on are the details on how to blank somewhere. And did you tell how to make the template for the rhinestones template? Where do you buy the purple material? Oh, Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. You definitely new. So this, okay. So this design, Faith with the outline and the Matthew and the oval, this was designed by the Rhinestone mechanic. The link is in the description box below. Every week he gives us a whole list of designs that are at a special price for 24 hours. And then Tuesday it goes to a higher price. But he designs these and he's in the chat. It's Dennis Cheatham. He's in the chat right now. So his designs are there. We also have other folks that make designs. Those links are in the description below too, right? You can click on any of them and find designs that are already made. So when you get the design, it'll come in as a file and you have to get some rhinestone flock. We sell rhinestone flock. You also can get it off Amazon and other places too, but purple is prettier. I'm just saying, and you're supporting our channel if you buy the purple flock, and you would buy the purple flock. Now it comes in rolls. So you can get as little as a yard upwards 50 yards. And then you take this material and you put it on your cutting machine. So if you have a Cricut, you can put this on the Cricut. If you have the Silhouette, you can cut this on the Silhouette. If you have the Cricut Joy, you can put this on the Cricut Joy. If you have Romeo or Juliet, you can put this on those. You import the rhinestone design, but you have to cut it in a material. You can't resize it. You cannot resize a rhinestone design because this design was created to fit a specific size rhinestone. We sell SS10 size rhinestone and SS6 size rhinestone, and his designs usually are SS10 or SS6, especially the ones that he offers here in our group. Okay, so you cut out the rhinestone design and brush it in as I just did, and then you pick it up with the tape. We sell the flock, we sell the tape, we sell the mats that I put my templates on. We sell the brush, we sell the scoops, we sell a whole beginner's kit. If you need a beginner's kit that comes with a template so that you can try out doing rhinestones with a simple little 2-part template with the hearts. And it comes with rhinestones. And I mean, we have just about everything you need except for the heat press and the cutting machine. If you want to try. Also, You asked, where is it at? She asked about the, oh, I saw that. First Matthew, there's no first Matthew in the Bible. I see what you're saying. No, there isn't. It's just Matthew. I see what you're saying. That is correct. So that needs to be Matthew 21:22. I get you now. The what else was I going to say to you? You can split this up. I saw that question. You can totally split this, and if you split it, I wasn't paying attention. I'm mad you caught that and I didn't, because I know better. But anyway, you can split this and line it up yourself separately. Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, there's only one Matthew. But it's no worries. But right now, we know what it is. I'll make sure to take it off for the next one. All right. So let's grab our next one. Yeah, I wasn't paying that no attention. That's a shame, because I usually pay that kind of stuff some attention. I'm real picky about stuff like that. But it's no worries. It was a we can fix it on our end by not doing the one. Hang on, I'm gonna cut this one. I don't know what this one is. Let's see. But thank you for catching that, because I was not paying attention. All right. So when you cut it out on your cutting machine for the person, Matthew chapter 1, yes. Thank you, Geneva. Because I'm looking at that. That says 21, but that says 21:22. Let me look up the scripture. Hold on, y'all. Let me look up the scripture. We want to be sure. We want to be sure. Again, don't pay no. Yes, you can edit it out, Keisha. Don't pay no attention to the chicken nugget. Matthew 21:22. And all the things you ask in prayer, having faith, you will receive. So it is chapter 21, verse 22. But there is only one Matthew that I'm aware of. I could be something I don't know nothing about, but I got it. But yes, you can take the one out. That's not an issue. Now there is more than 1 Corinthians. So 2 Corinthians 12:9 could very well be correct. Let's see what that says. 2 Corinthians 12:9. 2 Corinthians 12:9. But he said to me, my undeserved kindness is sufficient for you, for my power is being made perfect in weakness. My undeserved kindness, grace. Let me look and see what that says in King James. Oh, I did the wrong thing. 2 Corinthians, what did I say? 12:9. American Standard. And he has said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. And King James, my grace is sufficient. So that's where that comes from. Uh-oh, congrats on what? New Caesar Romeo. Nani's Journey. Holler, Phil. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations, Nani's Journey. You're going to be cutting out some stuff, girl. Holler. Oh, but what I was going to mention, too, was for whomever was asking about cut and flock and have never done rhinestones before, when you cut out your template, it's going to look like this. And you're going to be like, it didn't cut anything. No, it did. You just got to, go ahead and peel it. Now, it might not have, but even if it did, it's hard to see. So I don't want you to stress out because you can't see that it actually did cut something. But if you look kind of close, I don't know that I can show you this on this camera. Yeah, you can see it. See the little light holes right there? See how that's light? You can barely see them holes. So that kind of is a good indication that it did cut. But otherwise, it's going to look like nothing is there. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna run over tonight, and I may get fussed at for that, but tonight I kind of needed y'all tonight. I really did, because I wasn't feeling my best earlier, but I feel better, a good bit better, because I'm doing something. Because I've been in bed almost all weekend and trying to make sure that I didn't do too much. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the Icy Crystal AB, because y'all, Icy Crystal AB is what it is at. I could use Icy Crystal. I ain't been giving Icy Crystal much love. Because Icy Crystal blings almost just, it does bling as hard as the Icy Crystal AB, but the Icy Crystal AB just adds a little extra blangity blang blang because of that AB coating. And for those who are unfamiliar with coatings and the terminology, anytime you see a color, oh my gosh, I do need to say this. Anytime you see a color and it says AB, please keep in mind that the color that it says may change. How can I put this? I'm gonna have to get a candy tray and show you. So I'm going over tonight. I just need y'all to know that. He go first, but I'm going over tonight. Hold on, let me get my candy tray. Okay, let me give you some examples for those that are new. All right, so for instance, these are my candy trays. This isn't all of them. I got more over there, but I'm just bringing a couple because it'll be all over the place if I bring all these candy trays. So like, for instance, this is neon purple. Matter of fact, I just went through this with a customer. This is neon purple. Okay. That's neon purple. Looking real smexy. Okay. But this, I was going to say, because that can kind of come off of it too. This is neon purple AB. So this is this exact same color, but it has what's called an AB coating on it. And it makes the purple reflect other colors, which makes it look kind of pinker than the neon purple does. Let's look at another option, another illustration. So for instance, this is one of my favorite representation of color. So this is what we call crushed ice. This one, Miss Parker, are you talking about this one? Let me know if you're talking about that one. This is crushed ice. Crushed ice is a completely clear rhinestone. You can put it on anything, and it'll add, a little bit of blingity bling to it because it's a rhinestone, but it's completely clear. This is the exact same color. This is crushed ice AB. It's the exact same stone. It's clear, but it has an AB coating. And so that AB coating gives it a little extra. It adds a little more flair to it. So these two on this, look at the difference. This is still a clear stone. It's the same stone, but this just has a coating. And it has a little bit more extra to it because of that AB coating on it. All right, well, let me put that back where it was. Welcome, Keisha. Holler, y'all, honey. Yes. And Spilling the Diversity, thank you for the membership. Holler, y'all, honey. Yes, thank you so very much. Have a good night, AJ, my dear. All right, and so likewise, over here, we have other colors too. So like this is topaz. This is the same color, topaz, but this is topaz AB. It has a coating on it. So when you turn it a certain way, like right here, you can see the topaz. But when you turn it another way, look at the difference. It reflects other colors. Like someone said, it's kind of like an oil slick when you're out there after the rain and the reflection of the rainbow in a water puddle. That's kind of what it does. Here's sapphire and sapphire AB. So when folks go to purchase a color, sometimes they'll pick that AB color, and I'm like, no, unless you know what you're doing and you know what you're getting, don't grab that AB color. If you're unfamiliar with this, don't grab the AB first, unless it's crystal AB. So crystal AB is the crystal rhinestone, but it has an AB coating on it. Okay, but this icy crystal collection, this icy, y'all, this icy is icy. Okay, I can't, and it's crazy because even though I probably could, you know what? Let's do a. I'm gonna show y'all something. 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 Give me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute though. It's gonna take me a minute, but I'm gonna show y'all the difference between the crystal AB and the icy crystal AB. I would much rather do a smaller template. Oh, I got one. So let me bling this, and then we'll do that. Because I was gonna bling this again with crystal AB, but it's big, and I don't want to take time to do a whole template when I don't have to. Okay. So to bling it, once you cut out your template, you pour your rhinestones on the template. I usually do a fairly generous amount because what happens is the rhinestones use each other to flip each other over and put them up right side up in the holes. And it can't do that if it doesn't have other rhinestones to rub across. Okay. So don't be scared to, pour. Now, I ain't say pour the whole container because sometimes it can be overkill, even though you do it however you feel. But it does help to have more than a little bit of stones down so that they can flip each other over. The colors in my shirt are magenta. Magenta is right here. Rose AB is right here. This is icy corn silk. This is icy corn silk right here. So just those three colors. Just those three colors. Icy corn silk for the outline. Magenta, and then rose AB. I get the most compliments off of this shirt. My self-love era. This design is by Patrice with Craftable Things. I love it. I love it so much. Everybody like, I like your shirt. Now I don't want to be cocky and be like, I know, because my girl made this design. And she did her thing. You're like, thank you. But in my mind, I'd be like, I know, because my girl made this design. And she did her thing. But I have a list of designers that I get designs from. There's a couple more that need to be added. And but for now, I do have those. And I absolutely love the diversity of the designs that we have going on in our community, because we have men folks that are designing bomb.com designs in addition to the women folk making bomb.com designs, y'all. It's like, bruh. And they're so creative and coming up with beautiful designs. I absolutely love it. All right, so I'm going to take this off of the edge. All right. And I'm going to pick this one up. And for whomever was asking about me layering, it just takes kind of like a steady hand and practice. And also it takes knowing that you might screw up and have to scrape the tape, is what I call it. You might have to scrape the tape. But I can press in 2 layers, but a lot of times I don't. Woo, come on, fam. Why are y'all tripping? Probably because you're being a jerk. Fam, what is you doing? You tripping. Must have been some extra glue right there. All right, boom. Finally. See, if I had that fresh tape, that wouldn't have been an issue. Okay. And because it's a dark blue bag, I'm going to use this icy sky color. It's like a powder blue. I think it'll look really good on that dark blue bag. Naomi Dickerson says that she finds it more beneficial to purchase ready-made designs. Yes, ma'am. I wholeheartedly agree. I know how to make designs, but who got time? Who got... Well, actually, I'm not going to say who has the time, because I do enjoy making designs when I can figure out a design and I like the design. I don't mind making it. But girl, to be creative and come up with how I want that design to look sucks. Because that's what I was telling Dennis tonight. There's a design that I know I've been thinking about, and then I came up with the other one before I was talking to him, and I was like, I'd love to have this as a design. I don't know what font to use. I don't know how to do it, how I would want it to look. I don't know. So I like how Patrice designs. I like how Dennis designs. I like how Greg designs. I like how a lot of folks design. So if I know there's a certain way I might want it to look, I'll ask that designer to do it. But yeah, I love stuff that's already done. I don't have to think hard, because me and thinking hard don't always get along, because I would probably stress, and we don't want stress. Got enough stress. Swear, stress don't need no help around here. Got plenty of it. All right, so I'm just going over it with the side of the brush to see if there are any extra stones. And then when I'm done, if you have dry-ish hands, then you can just rub your hand over it back and forth, and the stones won't stick to you. But if you got like sweaty hands, then this won't work for you. But my hands stay dry. My skin is very dry, so okay. So I'm gonna take these off. Actually, let's use this time. All right. All right. So here is Grace. Y'all look. See, it's blinging in the... Somebody come and look at this. Look at that. That icy. Look at that. Do you see this icy? Do you see that? Look at this mess. That is insane. I ain't even put it on the shirt. It's not even on a dark background. And it's acting real crazy. Has the stone chart been updated for the new color? It should have been. Yeah, you talking about the digital file that Karen D made that's on the website? If so, then yes, it should be. Okay, so that sorry. You did ask that. Sorry, Miss Parker. You're talking about this one. You said come down one. Program and silhouette for creating bling is silhouette business edition. Sorry, Miss Parker. You talking about this one? If so, this is neon pink. Neon pink. That's neon pink. Sorry. I apologize. You did ask that. And I said I was going to myself to remember to. Okay, so if you are wanting to do this the way I do this, it takes prayer. Okay. Take some inner prayer, some faith that you're gonna get it right, even though this says grace, it takes faith. And I just kind of like line it up with the most difficult part first, and then I let it follow suit. So I just kind of take my time and line it up above the stones, and then I go ahead and drop it down. But there is a chance that it wouldn't line up properly. And you kind of got to own up to that. But usually if I get the top like up there lined, then usually everything else usually falls into place. And so I try to make sure that before I lay it all the way down, I tack it on the sides so that it doesn't move. And then once I do that, what you have to realize is, and parchment paper, you can use parchment paper too, Jesse, that's true. What you have to realize is the outline was the first thing that I did bling. And so the outline is higher because it's sitting on top of the flock, whereas the stones are down in the holes. So when you do this, you do have to kind of like do an extra step of rubbing the tape over the top of these holes to the top of these stones that are down in the channel, you know, because they're not going to automatically be reach up to the tape because the crystal AB stones have it elevated up off of those stones. So just make sure you go and rub to make sure that those stones touch the tape. And when they touch the tape, you're good. When you pick it up, they'll be in place and you could just do one press. Sometimes it can seem faster to just do it in layers. Press the layers separately. Okay. And there's that. So I'm going to peel and see if the stones came up with the tape. If they didn't, I'm going to lay it right back down and press. So I take it off a little bit at a time. If I see a stone didn't pick up, then I lay it right back down and press up. See, like that stone? Press it. See, it comes up. And boom. So now we have, and it depends on how much you use the tape. Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes. Because if this tape, this is my second time using this tape. I wouldn't do this after my fourth time using the tape because it won't act right. Okay, so here's Grace. So let's grab our bag. I'm gonna cool it off a little bit. Does a used piece work better for this? No, I would use a new piece. And I would definitely make sure you rub it with some anti-static, like a dryer sheet. Woo, that's gonna be pretty. That's gonna be prettier than I thought it was. Yes. Here's Grace. Thank you for the design. Look at that. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is do another bling real quick and show you the difference. Let's see. What do I have? Where is? I just had it. I don't have any black fabric. What did I do with that black? Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh, hot tamale. Hot tamale. All right, peel review. You ready? Because both of these are icy. Look at that. Lord, have mercy. Look at that. Look at that. Lord. Child, that icy is ridiculous. Look at this, y'all. Both of these are icy. Both of these are icy. Look at that. Don't make me do what he say. Wrong light. Look at that. Woo! Lord. Look at that. Let me see what this looks like. Look, it's even blinging in the complete dark. Do you see this mess right here? Look at that. Look at that mess right there. Let me see if this light works right here. Where's the thingy? It's on this side. It's on this side. Is it cutting on? Yeah. Look at that. Look at that mess right there. All right. So this is Grace. And this one is Faith. And like I said, this is neon pink. So you asked Miss Parker what color that was. That's this color. That's neon pink. It's neon pink. So look at that. Icy Crystal AB. So let me show you. And then we'll be done for the night. We'll do a giveaway. And then sensualization. Thank you, Precious Piece of Assistant. Y'all, honey. Yes. So on the pink bag, this outline is Icy Crystal AB. But the inside is neon pink. It's not icy. It's neon pink. But on the blue bag, this is Icy Crystal AB and Icy Sky. So this is sky blue. Shut it. Icy just. Oh, shit. Okay. So I have, this is cardstock. You can press rhinestones onto cardstock. So we have 2 pieces of cardstock, right? So this is SS10. We sell Crystal AB SS10. Okay. Let's pour that on. Let's get this on there. This is Crystal AB. I sell Crystal AB in the Hotfix store and in the buy-in. The ices, all of the ices are in the buy-in as well if you're interested. The buy-in period, this current buy-in period changes over April 4th or something like that, I think. It's on the website where it changes over. Either April 4th or April 7th. I have to look it up. All right, and so let's brush this off. Brush this off. A similar template to this is included in the beginner kit on hotfix.store if you're interested. The heart is just versatile. You can put it on some anything. It has 3 hearts, 3 different sizes. If you're wanting to just play with rhinestones to see if you like it, the beginner kit is a good choice. Okay. All right. So this is just Crystal AB. Okay. This is Crystal AB. So let's put that down. Let's pick this up. Oh no! I should have had what do you call that? Static electricity thing, because it flipped. Some of these stones flipped. Oh. All right, let's get these boogers that did not want to cooperate off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if you put it down and stones flip over, don't get completely upset. Just get some tweezers and pull off the offending rhinestones. Give them a stern talking to. Y'all know better than this. You know we live. You know you don't need to be stressing me out right now. I got enough to stress out about. Why are y'all acting ugly? Too bad. You got to go on this cardstock anyway. Even though it's not a shirt, you'll be okay. Sometimes we have to do what we don't want to do. You will be all right. All right. Okay. And so now they're behaving because we gave them a stern talking to. All right. And let's peel that off. And I'm just going to press it right here on this black cardstock. I chose black because black, scientifically with rhinestones, the black absorbs the light around the stones. So black lets rhinestones pop because it allows all of the light to reflect off of the stones instead of the light reflecting off of the light colored background. No light really reflects off of a dark background. It absorbs the light. So that's why I usually recommend putting rhinestones on black fabric. So I'm just going to press this, actually. I'll press it upside down. And I'm going to press it not as long as I press regular stones. So normally I do 350 degrees for 12 to 15 seconds. I'm only going to do this for like 7-8 seconds because that'll be too much to do for 15 seconds because it's cardstock and it's thin. Okay, so you have to let it cool off a little bit. Can you show the icy crystal you use and Hotfix crystal rhinestone side by side? Yes, I can. And if one pops up, press on it and it'll go back down and behave. Okay, so this is crystal AB. I'm gonna set it to the side. And now we're going to do icy crystal AB. Okay. And then since you asked Jay, what time is it? 11:20. And if I can find it over here, I'll do crystal. And icy crystal. I'll do crystal and icy crystal if I can find it. But I am doing the icy crystal and icy crystal AB. I'm doing crystal AB and icy crystal AB. Okay. And another point I definitely want to bring out is I'm going to show this to you. You'll be able to see the difference. But even with me showing you this and you seeing the difference on camera, in person is 5 times prettier and blingier in person than what you see on camera. The camera cannot capture these rhinestones completely and do it justice. It's almost impossible. I don't know what to do. Now, Patrice's camera can. I don't know what kind of juju she got going on with her camera, but her camera does, but mine does not. So it does good though. I ain't gonna complain. All right, so this is going to be icy crystal AB. Let me pick this up so we don't get rhinestones all mixed up or knock any into the floor because we don't want that either, for sure. All right. And I may have a candy tray. I may can just show you the candy tray, actually, Jay. I can just show you the candy tray because I do have candy trays for both. Could have done the same thing with this too, but sometimes brushing it in is a better demonstration. All right, so this is icy crystal AB. So I'm gonna press this again, like I said, for about 8 seconds. Instead of 12. Okay, so this is crystal AB. Whoops, went a little bit too long. All right. Because with the cardstock, if you go too long, the rhinestones will not stick. Like they'll come up because it'll be too hot. So that's why I swing it, let this cool off. I don't do this with shirts. With shirts, I peel it hot. But with cardstock, you got to let it cool off just a little bit. So otherwise, it does. The cardstock is so thin, it doesn't give the glue time to solidify. and the glue won't stick. Okay. Now, this is Icy Crystal AB. Let me do this. Hold on. Wrong one. Okay. This is Icy Crystal AB. And this is Crystal AB. I don't know that it's going to do what I needed to do. Let me see. See how look at how it's now. Don't get it twisted. This Icy Crystal is beautiful because we made sure that we got good quality rhinestones in all of our colors. But the Icy takes it to a whole nother level. The Icy is icier. And you can definitely tell the difference when you have them on a shirt. Where do I purchase my bags from? From our local supplier, Carolina Made. It's Margot. I get them from Carolina Made. You got to have an account with them, though. But try... give me a minute, and I'll think of the name. It's like totebag.usa.com or something like that. There is a tote bag website. But this is the difference between the Icy... Look, even sitting here on the table. Look at... I mean, this is pretty. Our rhinestones are pretty. The Icy just takes it over the top. Give me a minute. Let me grab this other candy tray. All right. So this is crystal. This is our regular crystal. And this corn silk. That's crystal AB. This crystal. Here's the Icy crystal. So here is Icy crystal. And this is crystal. Look at the difference. This is Icy crystal and this is crystal. Our crystal is pretty. Our crystal is pretty now. Don't get it twisted. That crystal is pretty, but look at how much more the Icy crystal reflects. Look at that. Somebody come and look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this. Look at how look. And it's like it has more depth to the crystal. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it just shows all the way out when it's on the shirt. So that the Icy is just... Icy is where is it? Okay. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do a giveaway of those two. I thought this was the right tray, candy tray with the mixes in it, because we also sell mixed colors as well, where there's 2 or more colors mixed all together in a tray. So definitely check those out. Those are fun to bling with. But we've got our Grace bag. You're welcome, Jay. We've got our Grace bag. This is Icy Crystal AB for the outline and Icy Sky for the inside. And then we have our Faith bag, which is Icy Crystal AB for the outline, and then Neon Pink for the inside. Okay, so let's go over here, do a giveaway really quick, and then I'm gonna go back here and eat my burger and go back to chilling out, because that's pretty much all I've been doing. I'm trying to keep it simple, keep it easy, chill out until my appointment on Tuesday, so that I can figure out what in the whole ham sandwich is going on with my body betraying me lately. Thank you. Addie says I made Greg's heart design with the Icy crystal, and I want to make it for my family too, because it is gorgeous. Yes, fam, that Icy just shows all the way out. Okay. And it's crazy because all the stuff that I be wanting to do with this arm, I can't. It's annoying. Okay. Let me. Oh yeah, make sure that you're live, and have liked the video. Thank you, Kristen. And if you are not, make sure that in the lower corner over here it says live with a red dot, because if not, then you may miss out on the giveaway. US residents only for this bag, these bags. One winner at a time, and no duplicate wins. Like if you win the first roll, you can't win the second. And so don't even try to put in for the second one. Like, just be fair for everybody. And then I have a link in the description that I'll ask you to click to fill out the form. If you win the pink bag, just say I won the pink Faith bag. If you win the blue Grace bag, just say I won the blue Grace bag. And then put your name and address so that I know where to send it, because otherwise I don't know where I'm sending this at, where I'm sending it to. So that's what we're gonna do. Can I spell? I guess. Yikes. Okay. All right. So let's go over here so that I can share screen. Why did you come over there? Come on, fam. Act like you got some sense. And we will share. The word is going to be faith. I'm going to share the screen. And then, of course, the next one is going to be grace. But this is for the pink bag. This is faith. This is going to be faith. So thank y'all for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate that as well. Because I'm sure a lot of y'all like, I didn't come over here to hear all of that. I came over here because I wanted to learn something. Hopefully you learned something too if you stuck around, about the Rhinestones, about the Bling Fest. If you have never been to Charlotte and you want to travel in October, 10/25/25 is the Bling Fest. If you like bling and you want to come and bling with blingy-like people, please come and hang out with us. It's a lot of fun. You will be fed. You'll be taken care of. The tickets include, if you come and you stay, they include your stay. They include your transportation to and from the airport. If you're flying, if you're not flying, if you're driving, they include your parking. I mean, just come and have a good time, okay? Because Bling Fest is where it's at. We have had a great time every year. We have photography. We have a photographer come and take pictures for us. That's what she does for a living, and she does photography. Her husband does videography. He's going to do video for us this year. We added some extra entertainment this year. We have a DJ on Saturday playing spinning the tunes at the old folk family reunion type situation. This is just, it's going to be a lot of fun. So please come check us out for the Bling Fest. And we're going to roll on this faith bag. So here we go. Hit draw. This is for the pink faith bag. Okay. And like I said, click the link in the description. SJ Braggs. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes, SJ. Holler. Yes. Congratulations, SJ. You got the pink faith bag. You can use this when you go shopping at the Applique Getaway if you go this year. Alrighty, and so our next word is going to be grace, but give me a minute to type it in, y'all, because you know how that goes. It don't pick it up until I set it, which is cool. I do like that. Grace, and then start collecting comments. The word is going to be grace. Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate it. I'm glad you got here too. We appreciate you being here. Lakeisha, is that faith is over with. We're doing grace now, my dear. So click on put in grace. I'm gonna give it a minute. Hopefully you'll catch up and be able to put grace in and have an opportunity for grace. But I appreciate y'all coming to hang out. I will keep those who care. I will keep you updated. Even if you don't care, you'll see the update. I'll probably put it in the Facebook group to let you know. Yeah, it was a lot of new faces tonight, and I appreciate it. Please subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of craft. We do a lot of rhinestones, but we also do embroidery. And we also do some sublimation. I got a lot of sublimation I need to do, so I'm excited about that. And we kind of just like to craft all the things. We've been doing crochet, we've been doing some of everything. Okay, so definitely subscribe if you like to hang out and craft together. That's our shtick. We like to teach you new things and craft together. Period. It's a big crafty family over here on our channel and a lot of the other sister channels that we hang out with. So definitely check us out and subscribe, please, because we like to be a family. Y'all like that Grace bag, did you? Okay, so let's roll on this Grace bag. Holler. And like I said, please, SJ, click the link in the description. Whomever wins this, click the link in the description and fill it out. And here is for the Grace bag, Shirlisa Hodge. Congratulations, Shirlisa. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations. This is for the Grace bag. Click the link in the description and please fill out the form so that we can get this sent right on out to you. And again, I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with us. It was a lot of fun. I needed the therapy session because y'all, when I tell you stress has been stressing us, a heifer it's been stressing. Okay. So I'm getting ready to go eat this trash food because I absolutely love it. And he brought it for me because he loves me, but he didn't bring me the hot dogs, but we ain't gonna harp on that. And then I'm gonna chill out and keep you guys updated. So until the next time we see you all, yeah, the Grace bag is gorgeous. So until we see you all, we hope you have happy blinging. And what I'm gonna do for y'all is I'm gonna send y'all out with the Bling Fest video because I need y'all to see it. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.
This is our first annual Bling Fest 2023 here in Charlotte, North Carolina, with Eve and the Baby's Booty and all of the wonderful influences that we have.
Bling Fest 2023 was a huge success. What is Bling Fest, you ask? It's where passion meets sparkle, and our community of blingers comes together for a weekend of pure joy and fellowship.
It feels great to go from just learning and getting things together to actually progressing to building a community of people who love to do rhinestones as well, to for ourselves personally now even selling rhinestones and rhinestone supplies. So it's turned into actually a pretty big deal and we're super excited about it.
Bling Fest isn't just an event. It's a celebration of creativity, friendship, and the extraordinary world of rhinestones.
To go from this is not it and then pushing that craft to the side to embroidery, pushing that to the side. It's so many different things that she loves to do. This is her calling. This is her calling. And again, like you asked for, seeing that progression is amazing. Amazing.
Our Bling community is more than just enthusiasts. It's a family brought together by a shared love for adding that extra touch of glamour to every stitch.
I am from Florida, but I live in Augusta, Georgia. Okay, so I am here to support Miss Eve because she is a great content creator, great businesswoman, just here for support. And to bling all the things.
Bling Fest is also an opportunity to learn and grow. Our workshops and demonstrations brings everyone together to share tips, tricks, and techniques to elevate the art of rhinestone embellishment. We believe in pushing the boundaries of creativity and ensuring that every blinger leaves with a piece that truly reflects their unique style.
And welcome to the Bling
Make sure to follow us on all social media at The Baby's Booty. See you soon!